Be blessed by the divine. The story of my life by Sri Vethathiri Maharishi. Chapter 15. Experiments. Sometime earlier one day, I was waiting to catch the bus on my way to work. At the bus stop opposite the Mandavali post office, a cobbler used to be there who occasionally mended my chappals if they needed mending. That day I had entrusted such a piece of work to him and he was busy stitching. I noticed his stomach. It was completely shrunk. "Why, friend?" I asked. "Have you not had any breakfast?" "No," he said, and then added, "I didn't have any food, sir, last night either." I was stunned by his words. "Why?" "I had no earnings, sir, that is why." The piteous admission pierced my heart. He charged half an anna for that service. I made it an anna that day and proceeded to my office. "I didn't have any food, sir, last night." Those words were still ringing in my ears. I have known from experience how cruel the pangs of hunger could be. There are a lot of poor people who starve for lack of means. When will such a state of affairs change? This thought became an obsession. I returned home in the evening. I didn't even go to my master's house that day. The theme of hunger haunted me. I came to a decision. While so many among the poor can afford only one meal a day and sometimes go without even that, why should I eat twice a day? Would not one meal be enough? That was the way I argued. That was the resolution I made. I gave up supper that night. The next night I told my sister that I didn't want my supper, that I was observing a vow like this for some days. When I woke up in the mornings, I had the sensation that I was light, as if I were flying in the wind. I would wait a short while, clean my teeth, and take my breakfast. Then only I would find strength slowly returning to my limbs. I decided to set this right. In the evening, I started munching a quarter anna worth of ground nuts. In about 10 days, I was restored to normalcy. I got over the urge for supper when evenings came, but the thought kept recurring. What should I do to get the world rid of poverty for good? What is there I could do? Thus I dispensed with my supper from my 23rd year onwards. That training has held firm to this day. When friends insist, sometimes to please them, I accept some light refreshment. That is all. My supper continues to be what it had always been, a cup of milk. About 8 months after our marriage, my brother developed hernia trouble. He could not work at the loom anymore. I kept a large establishment. It is true that the deficit was not unmanageable, but the setback was there all the same. My brother's ailment and the growing number of my dependents were both burdens. The only possible course for me to work harder than ever. 3 years passed. Deep within me, I was happy whenever I thought of the special blessing that has been conferred upon me. I mean, of course, my wife. She was a tower of strength to me, removing obstacles from my path, solving our problems and softening the impact of life's struggles. But I felt sad that I was not in a position to give her all the comforts to which she was accustomed to in her home. Her father was addicted to gambling. Betting on horses was his weakness. Deaf to all advice, he lost everything and became quite poor. His income dwindled. Since he could not devote as much attention as before to his profession, it was at this stage that his daughter was married to me. Those who are born poor develop fortitude, but for those who have seen better days, poverty is really painful. I had hoped that by marrying me, she could get back some of the comfort she enjoyed in her younger days, but unfortunately my financial situation was not good enough to put an end to her trials. She, on the other hand, was never a victim of self-pity. I never once found her bitter or in a complaining mood. She did not spare herself. She gave her full cooperation in improving our lot. Ours was plain living. To each of us, the other was really an asset. In this frame of mind, we carried on, doing our duty in perfect contentment. I was now 27. I hit upon a plan. We could settle down at Guduvancheri. Village life is cheaper. A railway season ticket cost only 9 rupees a month. If I brought 2 measures of milk with me, any hotel in Madras would take it and there would be a profit of 15 rupees a month. That would take care of the railway fare too. Such was the trend of my thoughts. The postal audit office in which I was employed had a canteen. I met the secretary of the canteen, told him of my scheme, and asked him to take 2 measures of milk from me each day. He agreed to my offer with pleasure. They found the quality of the milk to be good and the coffee prepared with it quite tasty. They ordered 4 measures more. The very next morning, I took my family to Guduvancheri. I fixed up a house. The rent was only a rupee and a half. Although the roof was leaky, we found it a bargain at that time. I now made a profit of 50 rupees a month on my milk sales. In my office, they were buying guard files for pasting and preserving vouchers from dealers in the city. Now there was a proposal to manufacture them with waste paper available in the office itself. An office superintendent, personally interested in me, told me this was a profitable source and that I could bid for the contract. There was, however, one condition. I was to furnish a certificate to the effect that I was a qualified binder. I was prepared to meet the condition. I caught hold of a bookbinder and learned his craft in just 1 week, sitting at it day and night. I demonstrated my newly acquired skill at a printing press and obtained the required certificate. Thus I secured the contract from my office. When I returned home to Guduvancheri every evening, I took a stock of boards and waste paper sheets. My wife arranged them carefully in the right order and stitched them. On getting back at night, I glued the sheets together, pasted marble paper on the boards, and the files were ready. We manufactured about 2,000 files a year like this and earned 300 to 500 rupees in a lump. Within 2 years, we purchased a house at Guduvancheri for 600 rupees. The profit from the preparation of files was on the increase. The milk business too was quite brisk. We had a sizable sum of money on hand. This milk supply, however, involved risk. Hot weather soaked the milk in summer and we had to replace a few potfuls. I had deputed a man specially for that, but he was not able to manage. I decided to close that business. The net profit was 25 rupees per day then. I had a friend called Ghaffar Sahib who was in the same line. I made over my whole business to him. With the cash I had, I proposed to start production and sale of lungis, cloth. In Angappanaikan Street, Madras, there was a prominent firm with the name Maulana Lungi Company. I went there and entered into an agreement with them for the supply, under the stipulation that goods were to be inspected only on Sundays, so that there will be no difficulty in my attending to office on other days. They proved amenable. I placed my brother in charge of production and sales of textiles, and I myself attended to that business at other than office hours. The story of my life by Sri Vethathiri Maharishi will continue. Visit simplifiedkundaliniyoga.com, registered for our next Awakening workshop. Awaken your Kundalini. Be blessed by the Divine.